Hey, hope you guys are doing well. If you don't know who I am, which is great. I am Rob Goin. I am your race director for Rise Racing Co. and also your race director for Martin House Miler. I wanted to go over, I wanted to do a video for Martin House Miler. I think that lately, over the past few years, timed races in some way, shape, or form have been a little bit changed in the way people's minds are with backyards or, the looped races that are consistently done on the hour, every hour. So we've had a lot of questions on those things. So I just wanted to do a course or a race pre-briefing. I think that helps answer some questions that people may have. But let's talk about the Martin House Miler. Let's talk about the setup of the Miler. It is a 48, 24-hour, 12-hour, 6-hour, 3-hour, and 1-hour race. When you sign up for this race, you are essentially signing up for how many hours you want to run. You are not signing up for a distance. The loop is 2 miles. So let's say you have signed up for the 12-hour. You're going to have 12 hours to complete as many loops as you possibly can on the 2-mile loop within the 12 hours that you've given. If you signed up for the 48, the choice is the same. And the only difference in this one and maybe other ones is if you are started on a loop, we will let you finish the loop that you're on normally in a race. Like I've done in the past, if you're not going to be able to complete a full loop, we don't let you go out on the loop. I put it in the rules. That's really to help out people that are running like the 1 or the 3-hour or anyone else. But I just want to make sure you get the most for your money. So if you're already out on the loop, we'll still time it in. And if you start the loop, we'll still time it in as well. So get you as much as you can. But the race is October 9th, 10th, and 11th. It finishes on Martin House Brewery property right outside the back door. There, it's at 220 Sylvania Street, number 209, Fort Worth, Texas. Super easy there. It's right on the Trinity River Trails. I'm very appreciative of Martin House Brewing for partnering with us. Very appreciative for the local residents for taking a call with us earlier this year to address parking concerns for City of Fort Worth and also the folks that run the Trinity Trail. So all those people have to be in agreement and have to want something for like this to happen. And it's our first time to do it. So just like anything else, there's a lot of checks and boxes that we need to do to try to put on a safe, fun event for y'all and to be able to continue to put on events. We need to do those things. So the way that the race starts off, 48 hours, 1 o'clock on Friday, the race starts for the 48 hours. The 24-hour people, it starts at 1 p.m. The 12-hour starts at 1 a.m. Sunday morning, technically. 7 a.m. is your 6-hour. 10 a.m. is your 3-hour, and noon is your 1-hour race. All of those races, of course, end at the same time. They're all going to end, they're all going to end for everybody at 1 o'clock. So 1 o'clock on Sunday is the end of the race. But we have a post-race party that will be there. That will, we'll have a DJ going Sunday morning through the post-race party that everyone can be at. As far as packet pickups, there's been some questions. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. is the packet pickup for the 48-hour only on Friday. I'd say 48-hour only. If you wanted to come pick up your packet for another day, you certainly can on that day. Saturday, we have a 1-hour packet pickup from 12 to 1. That's for the 24 hours. Like I said, if you want to come on Saturday and watch them run and grab your packet, no problem there. And then on Sunday, our packet pickup is essentially open for 6 hours. It starts at 6 a.m., which means all of our 6-hour runners can pick up. It'll go through the 3-hour runners and the 1-hour runners. So before your event starts, there's a packet pickup. So there isn't a need for you to come a day early if you don't. But if you want to, you obviously want to come and watch people run, you should. And you can come pick your packet up and enjoy the brewery and the food truck and all those things. But don't worry. You don't have to show up. If you're coming into town on a Friday and you're running on Saturday, you don't have to show up to come pick up your packet. You can get it right before you start. This won't be a huge event. I'm estimating probably 200 to 250 people total, which is right where we want to be. That's the kind of the schedule for it. Your drink tickets for every race gets drink tickets. The 48-hour gets 2. You can use them for beer or non-alcoholic options. They do have some of the absolute best like LaCroix style waters. So sparkling waters, they're super great. Had them in the breweries last time. I don't drink, so those are like go-to. I'm really hoping they donate me about a 24-pack of those sparkling waters over the weekend, or I'm just going to be buying them religiously because they're super good. They'll have a custom beer that'll be created for y'all to get if you'd like to get it. And then the post-race parties from 9 to 3. And then, of course, your racing's at 1. And then you'll have 2 more hours of post-race. And it doesn't mean post-race like the day's going to end for you. But like that's when we'll have a DJ there. And that's when we'll be celebrating everyone that's run the race. Relay teams are based on a 4-member team for the 48-hour and the 24-hour. Each member must complete the 2-mile loop if they start it. It's kind of a given. But there isn't really an order in how you want to do it. You want one person to run more. You want one person to sleep. You want, and if for some reason you don't have 4 people, and let's say you only have 2 people, let me know. I can adjust the cost for a 2-person relay, so you don't have to pay the full cost. For having 4 members, just email me, rob@riseracingco.com. But the point of that is we want relay to switch underneath the arch. You're going to switch the bib every time. That's going to be important. But how you run those loops, it doesn't matter to us. Who runs the loops in the orders, none of that stuff matters. It's your bib, it's your team. Just complete the loop, make sure a person goes out and comes back in, which means there's no bib swapping like at mile 1, or there's not another place to bib swap. Swap it when you get underneath there. So super easy there. Cutoffs, all runners that start their loop by the end can complete the loop. So that's what I was saying earlier. If you start the loop, you can complete the loop. I want everyone to be able to get it done. So super easy there. There'll be a main aid station, obviously there. We will have cold foods in the daytime. We'll have hot foods. We'll have fresh foods like fresh fruit or, hummus wraps, avocado wraps. And then at night we'll cook as well. I know with longer timed races, a lot of people do their own thing. They like specific foods that they like. I totally get it. I think that's become more the norm than ever from this past year of watching people eat from aid stations. Is people are very particular with nutrition, which I think is super great that people are taking that upon themselves to do that. But we have great sponsors. Tailwind is a sponsor of ours. They do an amazing job. Of course, Bill over at Crazy Water, they do an amazing job for us as well. So you'll have Crazy Water, you'll have electrolytes from Tailwind, which the premium stuff you can get. Then, of course, we'll have a slew of other foods and great things as well. And as always, I'll put on surprises that I see fit along the way as well. So there'll be a large, obviously, spot near the tent for drop bags if that's what you want to choose. There are no pacers, and crews must crew outside the aid station. That's not that big of a deal here, but I think when you have a looped race and people are taking it, let's say, super serious. Everyone takes races seriously, but in a looped race, when people are in and out, we want to try to keep the front of that aid station pretty open. Sometimes we set up additional water station, like water jugs, but the reason is because people are trying to make a 2-mile loop, and the game in timed running is to stay out there and to keep moving forward. So the last thing that we want to have happen is crews, basically their backs to the aid station, and they're crewing in the aid station to the point where someone who's, trying to get miles in and trying to get it is bobbing and weaving and using extra effort to try to get in there to get some water. So crew outside the aid station, super simple. The course map is there. It will be wheeled to 2 miles. Wheeled means exact measurement. We'll take a wheel out there. We've already been out there, but when we wheel it, it'll be 2 miles. We've always had a comment of F your Garmin. That will remain the same. I will not care what your Garmin says when it comes to the loop mileage. And a lot of people get hung up on that, but your watch isn't 100%. It will be wheeled correctly. So if you run your first loop and it says 2.03, that's just your watch. Or if it says 1.96, it's just your watch. Trust me, it will be 2 miles exactly looped from the second that underneath that arch till you loop back there. So don't worry about your Garmin. What happens is people watch that watch and then they walk to the restroom, and then they go take a poop, and then they go get a beer, and then they go hang out. And they do that enough times, and then they magically, find extra mileage. But it's just not real. And there's no extra fun, free, magical mileage here. It's real miles. You got to do the loops. As someone who's put a lot of time in on very small looped courses in my history of running, you can't lie from the loops, right? So you got to get out there and do them. So we'll keep track of it. We'll have chip timing the entire time. Kyle's we'll be running chip timing the entire time through bib chips. So every time you come in, it's going to get you. So we'll make sure we get you counted for. All your loops count. That's super important. And setup. There's a pretty good rudimentary map online, but I try to show you where the arch will go, and there's plenty of rooms to set up canopies, and there's plenty of rooms to set up tents, and there's plenty of rooms to set up chairs. All of those things, you're going to have plenty of room with the size of the people that we have. So if you have a crew and you have a tent, it's cool. We won't have a lot of gear there. We'll have an 8-station tent and a timing tent, just like always. We don't need a lot of space for us personally. So you'll have plenty of space and room to do so. Parking. Number one is we'll be very detailed about where you park. I'm going to meet with Martin House in the next week or so. We're going to go back over the parking plan. We've already spoken to the residents, but we will get y'all parked correctly. We will get you parked in areas that will be safe for you and will be out of the way of the residents and won't be blocking people's condos and or garages. And we will also sign that as well. We will sign back. We will go sign over there, Rise Racing, do not park. And we will make sure that y'all are not parked where you're not supposed to. As always, we need you to follow directions and be good stewards, which, user group usually is. But we will take care of you with making sure that you are parked correctly, parked close, and that you don't have any issues with the parking, which is also why, like this amount of people, I think is perfect to try it out. Race swag, 48 runners get an embroidered jacket, a pint glass, 2 free drink tickets. Of course, you get a medal or buckle when you finish. 24 hours get hoodies, pint glass, 1 free drink ticket. All other distances get a long sleeve shirt and a pint glass and a drink ticket. I know the mock-up is a short sleeve shirt, but it will be a long sleeve shirt for y'all. Put the medal mock-ups and the buckle mock-up. They change. There's been a lot of questions about mock-ups, and I'm someone who shares, I'm someone who tries to share how the process goes of doing all this. I think some people don't ever show their buckles and medals. Maybe they're not proud of them. I don't know. But I just try to show you the process. There's graphic designer mock-ups, and then it goes to medal mock-ups, and then it goes to manufacturing mock-ups, and then they plate it. There's a lot of steps along the way. So I try to show you as many of the steps or versions of it. And things change and things adjust in manufacturing. But I just try to show you the most updated. I'll update this again. There's a little bit of a change with some of the design stuff, but like the metal's completely done. I saw the metal the other day. It looks exactly like it does. That buckle will change a little bit because it's a 2-piece buckle versus having the hole in it. So it'll open like this, and the can opener will open here, or the can holder. So there's always stuff that changes. I just try to give you a really good idea of what it's going to look like, which I know what it's going to look like, but mechanically we're having to work things out. This is the hardest buckle I've ever made. I said this on live last night. It's taking me 3 months, but it's good to go through it right now because I needed to get this done to do the buckle for Taco Loco, since it's going to hold in the metal for Taco Loco, since it's going to hold a taco. But I'm really stoked. I'm really excited. The Winners Awards will be from Martin House Brewing. And of course, another one of our big sponsors, which you always need in long races, is Trail Toe, is going to be Trail Toes. So we'll have great Trail Toe stuff out there for y'all if you need it at the aid station. And I really appreciate everyone wanting to volunteer. I think there's a couple of shifts that we still need some people. All shifts get half credit. I'll get you another drink ticket. I'll buy you some food at that great food truck as well. So I'll take care of you personally on making sure you get a drink and you get fed. But we still need some people. So if you're running one of the other days, we'd love to have you. I think we have 4 or 5 spots open. It'll be, I'll be race directing. Amanda won't be at this event. Carl, an ambassador for us, he's going to be helping me out. So I'll be solo YOLO on the race director front in regards to that. And super stoked, super excited. I absolutely love timed races. My first 100 miles on my own feet was done at Snowdrop back in the day. And I continued to run Snowdrop for a few years after that, running 100 miles. And I love timed races. For someone I feel like my brain goes crazy on a daily basis. I feel like timed races are very calming. But there's been a lot of people that have asked a lot of questions on how it works. And I've always told people, sign up for 2 times as much hours as you think you can go. I have seen more people become ultra runners and more people get to longer distance than they ever thought possible at a timed race. There's something special about getting around people, the energy, and not wanting to quit. We've seen more people upgrade at a timed race. So I tell people, if you think you can do 6 hours, sign up for 12. Or if you think you can do 12, sign up for 24. Because the odds are you can do 12. And probably you get another few hours in, or you do what a lot of people happen, which is you just get part of the fun and you meet new people, and your brain, every loop resets, and you think it's a game, which is how my brain thinks of it. And you can do really extraordinary things that maybe you didn't think you could do. So this is a perfect time to test your fueling strategies. This is a perfect time to run with no stress. You're not having to look at mileage. It's like freedom. This is like the freedom race. You just start going and you just do what you want. It's great. So have fun. If you need something from me, let me know. It will be Rob at riseracingco.com. I'm going to post this up on YouTube so that everyone can start to see these as we do these kind of like course or race previews. And then I'll add this to the event. I'll probably post it tomorrow on social as well, and in the event page as well. So if you need anything, get a hold of me. Super stoked for Martin House Brewery. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the love. We can't wait to kick our fall off with a fun event like this. I love it. Can't wait to watch you all act crazy and get ridiculous mileage. So have a good day. Appreciate y'all. Thanks again.